Never knew that you were what I was missing. Took a chance cause you knew I was different. Crash course love, I missed the collision.
Vibe 105, number one for hip-hop, R&B, and the culture.
Number one for hip-hop, R&B, and the culture is Vibe 105. What's poppin'? I'm your man, Ricochet. I am sitting down with the one and only Amaal. What's going on, girl?
Hello, I'm good. Thank you. I'm so excited to be doing this. It's crazy.
I feel like this is well overdue. I first got wind of you through the Made in Toronto takeover back in 2018 or so. Was very intrigued by your music. You brought something fresh and new to the scene here in Toronto. And I felt at that time, shortly following that in the years past, you were almost ready to release your debut EP, Millie. And then we get hit with a pandemic. Talk to me about gearing up for the project, then having to put almost everything on pause. Like, that can't be easy for an artist, especially with the project Millie that was really hyped and really anticipated.
Oh man, you like everything that you're saying is right on, because that's essentially what happened. But I was so excited. I got back and I was working with an amazing team. We did a couple photo shoots. We had like a video that was in the works, and it's just like this, you plan everything in advance, month to month, and in the end I really learned a lot of key lessons, and it was growth within myself that I think is gonna help me in life. Yeah.
You spoke about some key lessons. What was one of the major things that you picked up from that whole situation?
Oh my God. I mean, that you could plan, but God's the ultimate plan, number one.
Right.
Family, friends, health, mental health, especially as a Black woman. Nothing could have prepared us for. I mean, COVID was one thing, and then Black Lives Matter. It was unprecedented, like what we had to see, and I'm just heavy. It was a lot. So I got a therapist, and that helped me a lot too. Just doing the work and understanding that there has to be time cut out for you.
Speaking of that growth, what advice would you have for that young Somalian girl sitting in her bedroom that wants to express herself but is still afraid to? Basically, what would you say to Amaal 8 years ago before she came out of her shell, per se?
Every second that you're spending wasting thinking about what other people are perceiving of you or how you're going to make them, proud of you is a disservice to yourself.
Some great advice right there. So you now have a couple projects under your belt, Black Dove, Millie. Talk about your new single, Lullaby. Talk to me a little bit about the record.
When I was working on that body of music, Millie, we had an Airbnb for 3 weeks, working every single day. And that's where the songs Heaven, Honey, Renegade, and Lullaby were birthed, essentially. And they had a session with Sid, played her some of the music that we were working on. I think it was Honey or Heaven that she heard, or both. And her reaction was like, she really loved it and was like, wow, this is really dope. Like, who is she? Just, good feedback. And yeah, they had this song, she had the song Lullaby. So it was at that point, the chorus, it was actually her record. So they had it, they brought it back to me, played it for me. What do you think? Are you open to this? I was like, oh, I love Sid. I remember the first time like seeing her and hearing about her, and I saw her at Manifesto too, actually. So I've been a fan. If it fits and it makes sense, then you have to go for it. The funniest thing was probably vocally, because I sing in a higher key at times, or just my tone can be higher, and so is hers. So when I was singing it in my tone, it was almost there were a difference. It was like the dynamics were, you know what I mean? It just was too similar almost. So I went deeper. So that's why on the record, my vocals and my the way I kind of like approached it was a little bit deeper, and I loved it. I think it gave it that dynamic that it needed.
Right. Well, let me say, I look forward to everything else you got coming up. I'm very happy and proud of all the work you've accomplished so far and excited to see what's coming next. Thank you very much for taking the time to chop it up with us.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Seriously, you're incredible. Everything that you do, that you've done. Keep up the good work.
Till next time, girl.
Yes. God bless.
Vibe 105, #1 for hip hop, R&B, and the culture.